things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Badgers will kick it away first. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Penn State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. And when you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. And you think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enis, Saquon Barkley, time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the tailback. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Got his man on the right. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leaves it with the back.
Well, the ball carrier there was just hoping his speed was going to get him to the outside to turn the corner, but nothing working. Defense forces him out of bounds for a loss.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Punch it out of the air. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on
turning it on. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
Well, the offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wisconsin's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first. Still running at the 40. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Reads it, fires complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Kinsey. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 1st downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Listen to this plays. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Unloads quickly. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Good right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Gives it on the option. There he goes. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
To the air on first down. They're setting up the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. Receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
The kick is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Dropping back, it's Kinsey. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could duck this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got a man, it's Connors. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Gets it to him on the screen. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Punt is on its way. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Finds his tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play, clock running. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Turbin. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking downfield very late in the half. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And that one's way too far for everybody.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
On the run from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wants to go up top. Got his man in the middle. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Gives it on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Badgers send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Kinsey. Oh, they're after him. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Breaks into the open. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that 1st half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back ahead.
Listen to this plays. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Finds his big tight end. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Under fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And, man, that's frustrating for an offense. You got a little something going. You had a little bit of momentum, but they've got to do a better job of protecting their guy, keeping him upright, letting him go make some plays for this offense. That's the only way he's going to get.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Out of the gun, the inside give. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Hard running there. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The give on the option. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. He's got his man. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Back to throw. It's Kinsey. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Boston College is in danger of getting demolished today, and while this is only one game, I think anyone who knows this will linger for some time. They're trailing by 18 to Cal. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Booth. Powers through the defender. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Booth. Turning it off! They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
They've got the weapons to stay aggressive. They just made a big play. Let's see if we can take a shot here into the end zone, score, and try to save as much time on the clock as we can.
And the Badgers are flying down the field. They try to pop a run on the draw. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
A really nice job by the quarterback putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that cone, try to get there really quick to try to break up the pass, but when the QB puts it that hard on the money with that much accuracy, really hard route to defend.
Part of the backfield, it's Booth. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
The Badgers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. It'd been frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. The give and tick, 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 tick. Got the 1st down and more. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. And the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Kinsey. Snagged out of the air. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they did. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Now from inside the red zone. Got it set up on the outside. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll move the tight end. Scanning the field is Kinsey. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll throw it. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
The field goal is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, it's been a day to forget if you're this kicker. After that miss, he's now only 1 for 4 in this game.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pressure coming. Catch in the middle. It's Booth. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again on that last deep.
He's got it and more than enough for a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Just keep slinging it. Under fire. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Complete to the left. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And they spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. A strike downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Kinsey. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, no big surprise here in the 4th quarter. The defense expecting pass, and that's why they've got extra DBs on the field. It's almost like a prevent look. Everybody back there staring at the QB. Going to be hard to throw into that if obviously the ball falls incomplete.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play.
Timeout, NC.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And every defensive coordinator in the country will tell you, you want to get them to 3rd and long. Obvious passing situations. Because they won 2nd down and they got that big sack, they put them in the predictable 3rd down. They win and probably force the punt.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Back to pass, it's Kinsey. Bringing the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
2nd down, he'll throw it. If he runs this back, this game's over. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick.
Oh, that's a throw the quarterback would love to have back. In this juncture of the game, it's overtime. You're down in the red zone. You know the windows are going to be small. Just got too aggressive with his decision-making. Throws the costly interception. Now the opponent's about to take over, and if they score, they win.
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. It's complete to the right.
I love fullbacks that can catch the football. These guys aren't just blockers. They're not just smash-mouth players. But these guys have got some finesse to their game and some soft hands to go with it.
They'll go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback keeper. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 3rd down now, and putting anything on the board will make them a winner here in OT. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Trying to slam in. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to walk it off with a chip shot field goal here in overtime. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice